You are so welcome to Choose Market, and we're here for another edition of the Choose Market series. And I believe you're ready for us as we are also ready for you today. Choose Market has been interesting lately, and a lot of topics, a lot of contents, you have out there to enjoy. And I believe it has really been enriching your soul, it has been blessing your life. And here we are today again. I am Divine Susie, and we have come for another, explosive bomb. Like you have enough to hear today, you have enough to catch up with, and you have enough to get inspired with. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere, and make sure you watch this video till the end. And I want to introduce our resource person for today. The let me say, citadel of wisdom, the one God has endowed and enriched with so much grace to give us vital explanations. So don't go anywhere as you enjoy the presence and the ministry of the servant D.U. Ifeanacho. You're highly welcome, sir.
Praise the Lord. Glory be to God. Stop hyping me. Just introduce that. I want this. I'm one of the resource persons. Stop hyping me.
It's not a hype. It's introduction and start of it.
Introduction, introducing the servant.
All right, well noted.
All right.
He wants to operate on a low key. And okay, that's noted. It's all right. We also want to welcome Bro Chedozie to the show. Welcome, sir.
Sister Susie, someone just made some comments that are so funny. That there's nothing we can do about it.
Of course.
Actually, one of our samples brought so that was sampled on Sunday. I was so marveled in chapter 5 in the night guard.
Yes.
When I looked at it, I saw the difference between the origin of religion.
Yes.
I was saying that it was when truth was lost.
Yes. Yes.
And people lost their directions. At the end of the day, God, through Jeremiah, redirected them to look for the good path. And the same scenario has started playing in this generation. Scarcity of truth, people are losing directions. And at the end of the day, truth market.
That's right.
Where people can pick addresses
exactly.
to their destiny and to live
fulfilled life.
So it's a welcome development to humanity.
Honestly.
And people should key in and make sure they are here to pick up their addresses.
Thank you so very much for that wonderful, let me see, how do I put it? Impute, yeah. So you see, this is a place where you can find your address. Back to God, in case you have lost it and you cannot find your way. Back to him. All right, Sister Fulfillment is in the show, and we're here to welcome you.
Thank you, Sister Susie. Welcome our viewers today. Just as Brochilles have said, please, almost all of us have lost our addresses. Please come here and pick it up again. Welcome today.
Thank you. That's a very powerful one. All right, back to business. Like what said today, someone said on a low key, no hyping. All right. Today we're going to be looking at music, sound, and spirit. Most of the times you discover that this word music, sometimes, I don't know if you have ever asked yourself a question like, how did music come about? How did song come about? And one funny thing about it is, if you watch both those that are into spiritism, like those that are into spiritual things, let's say the Christians, the church, even pagans, at times when they want to consult spirit, you see them go with sounds and so many things. So it's a mystery. And today we really want it to be unraveled. And I know that we're going to get answers. So follow me. All right, sir, we're here today. And we brought to your table this topic, sound, music, sound, and spirit. And I just want to go direct. I want to know, or we are here to ask today, like, what is music one? What's the relationship between music and spirit, or between sound and spirit? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Glory be to God. This is interesting. We're writing histories.
Yeah.
and they're reprogramming the earth. That knowledge is not enough. Knowledge will come with understanding. So everything that has been existing in the physical world, as word, action, invention, creativity, none of them, all of them have lost their spiritual essence.
Okay.
So what people are following now is knowledge, not understanding. They follow later, but not spirit. So you see so many things happening, but beyond that which you see, everybody is lost. So this is just the problem. So everything as far as Truth Market, New Jerusalem is concerned, the Church of the Firstborn is concerned, we are reprogramming the earth, that everything that is spoken, and it is not bad in speech or spelling, then we bring the spiritual aspect of it so that it becomes balanced. Then those that are spoken or acted wrongly, we sweep them off, stay by explanation.
Okay.
You understand? So the word music is something everybody, to a large extent, music is a universal language. It's the language of the soul. The language of the soul, and it is highly spiritual than people have commonized it to be, just for ceremonies and for fun and all that. Music is more spiritual than anything you can think of that is physical, right? Then the word music is gotten from the word muse. Yes, muse is thinking, thoughts. A deep thinker is called a muser. A muser, then from that adjective, we got that word music. Then we begin to talk about musical instrument. Musical instrument is the instrument that can muse you, cause you to think. Yes, then deeply. Then I remember explaining someday that there are 3 basic reasons why songs are sung or music comes into play, like singers. One is to music remind you who you are, who God is, and what you came into this world to do.
Okay.
So any song that doesn't have these 3 nature and attributes is lost as a song or as a music.
Okay.
Are you sure you know about this?
Yeah, I'm knowing that.
For the first time.
You understand? Yeah. It reminds you who God is, who you are, and what you came into this world to do. So it's more or less like a tonic that stirs someone to think beyond the physical. That's why many poets and those that are poetic, are spiritual, because they try to emotionalize and they condense spiritual essences of life and histories into a spoken word.
Okay.
Into a spoken word. And music is an invention. Music is an invention in the sense that music has to do with harmony. The word which you have heard, when a musician comes, is the same word, but he gives it life and put emotion into it. You understand? Yes. A musician can come, I love you because you're good. All right? And turn it into a song. And when you listen to it, it changes your mood and your emotion. Because it's going to fine-tune it and bring emotion into it. Because emotion is the language of the spirit. It's a spiritual doing word. So whatever you are doing and there is no emotion to it, become carnal, so to say. Even though we have positive emotion and negative emotion. But music is meant to carry positive emotion, which is a creative agent that tunes one up, that makes him or her to forget this physical world and get tuned to the spiritual world. You know, but why we are saying that the essence of music has been lost is because before you could live a fulfilled life here in the physical world, whatever you do, you must make sure you do it to perfection. If you don't bring it to perfection and it just gets suspended by what you see or hear, you understand? Then it will not have its spiritual essence and it will not be creative. So a singer, like singing in the church, why do they sing in the church? They sing in the church to stir the emotions of the listeners.
Okay.
That after that, when one's heart is weakened and being softened and loosened, you get broken by a song. One, whatever that is spoken to you will enter. Two, the administrator is start laying hand on you. It's become very, very active in the sense that you have already forgotten your attachments to physical material things. You understand?
Yes.
All right. So this was the story of Saul and David playing a string for him in a sense when he was mad. You understand? And then if you go to the flag of the Israelites, right? The Israelites, you see the mark of David. What do they call it? The mark of the Star of David. The Star of David is not 5-edged stars like star. It's 6. That is to say, that's 6 stars. That stars is 2 triangles opposing itself, up and down. When you bring 2 triangles and interwoven it, then it gives you 6 edges of a star, right? Which is indication, one, in 2 ways. One, their primary intention to people who are peripheral in understanding the spiritual things is that as it is above, so below. So triangle is in this way, above. You interfuse it like this, it becomes above. So it becomes a connecting point between the knowns and the unknown, between the spiritual world and this physical world, the visible world and the invisible world, the material world and the immaterial world. You understand? Yes. Then, 2, coming from the spiritual essence of the other side, then when it becomes that circle, as you see it, I mean a star as you see it, now it still carries the mark of 666, which is that mark of imperfection. You understand? Now, but that's not where I'm going to. Where I'm going to now is that when you come to that, the jitter which David used, you find out that he was instructed to have it a 6-string jitter. 6-string jitter. All right? Okay, so spiritually, each chord, understand? Each chord is connecting to a particular frequency in the spiritual world. You understand? Each chord is connecting to a particular frequency in spiritual world. And every frequency, just like a radio station that produces sound, has a station frequency. Yes, like Embelembe is 1.9, what's?
99.1.
Okay, 101. So if you tune it to 102, you have lost it. You've lost the frequency. So you will not get information from the Embelembe or FM, 95 point something FM. So if you are tuning your distance and you fail to get it right, then you find out that you cannot get the frequency. And based on these things, these are what jitters are doing. So when you play a particular string in a jitter, that note, it connotes, has a vibration, and a frequency that connects it from the sound you heard to the invisible world, making a spirit that is assigned to that frequency, understand, alert and become aware. So it synchronizes the emotions between the physical world and the spiritual world.
As if you're playing guitar in the spiritual world, well, you know, you are going to deep that I don't even want to understand.
Yeah.
If physically I tune, I play a particular, and it's giving a sign, an alert
Yes.
to a spirit the other side.
Yeah.
How did how did they
What's the
make
connection?
Yeah. It's not necessarily saying that the angels play guitar. If you have been there, you see that they have guitar they play, especially these angels that look like fairy. Small. If you go there, you see some like the one your wife saw, were small angels, baby angels, like cherubim, Yes, they come in a very small shape. They don't grow giant like angel of war and all that. All right? So now it is not really necessarily saying that you are going to call a spirit that plays guitar. But there is a spirit which is frequency, is in tune to that string. So sound is more spiritual than how people have made it physical. You become mockery. So when you see people singing, you laugh at them. You understand that even many gospel singers today, many of them are struggling from habit and addiction and all that. Which the song, if they are coming from the other world, is able to heal them of any form of addiction. You understand? Okay, so now, that is still how it is. That if you are angry, spirit of anger, as we have said, anger is a phone number to Satan. When you are angry and your heart is beating very fast, there is a particular frequency that you generate that attracts a demon to come and torment you the more. Fear has a frequency, just like a sound. That's why you have heartbeats. Are you there? Yes. When your heart is beating 72 times per second or whatever, then as it is beating this way, it is creating a sound, aligning your thoughts at that time to heavens. So we all are singers by the sound of our heartbeat. You understand? So that's what we are now saying that.
So by nature we are singers.
All of us are singers. But that's what we are saying, that this is very, very important topic. Because when you are not conscious of the thought pattern, you cannot get connected to the spiritual world. But because religion does not teach all these things, you are just there. But you don't know that somebody can be so busy connecting to spirit just by being quiet. Now what we say, God lives in silence and expresses himself in action. You understand? So by that heartbeat, when somebody's heart stops clapping or beating, he's dead. So these are the things. Music sustains you.
See? Wow.
You understand? Yes. Now, he said, blessed are the pure in heart. That means we have secular music and we have gospel music. So the purity of your heart is that time when your thought is positively tuned. Then as you are beating your heart, you are releasing a vapor, a smoke, emotion that is very positive, that can attract the presence of angels just by that call of your heartbeats. That's why when a child is born, he needs to cry. If a child does not cry at birth, it becomes a problem. And you will ask me why. The strings in his system, which is that ligaments, has to open and widen as the child cries. The circulation of the blood, there is always a deformation when a child is born and he did not cry. He didn't make a sound. So, but when a child is born into the world and he cries, he opens the chamber. You know? Yes, like tightening a guitar string. Open the chamber for the flow and for the harmony of the sound, the heart beats.
I knew you were going to bring something new. When this topic came up, I know something in the revelation. There is something you say.
Okay.
When the heart is beating, positive.
Yeah.
It's releasing a positive smoke.
Yeah.
And now went back to when you took my wife to the spirit.
Okay.
And you opened the skull.
Yeah.
Black smoke was coming. You said you wanted that smoke to move away.
Yes.
So that she will be reprogrammed.
Yeah.
To have that positive thought.
Yeah.
Is that the reason behind that?
Yeah. So when I opened, when I did the spiritual surgery on our wife, that was 2018. Then the skull was open. Then she used to have loss of memory. Then, because it has been damaged over time by the pains and sicknesses, then the skull has to be opened so that the sound, the emotion, which is the negative emotion, the black smoke, all right? Yes, that has already stored there to cause problems was released. They have to evaporate. After the evaporation, then she was cloned back and she became normal. And that loss of memory stopped from that very point. You know? So these are the science of sound. Now, if you come to people, like I was saying it, I think it's one of our teachings, services, I was saying that when you go to every Catholic church, you see a bell. They are not ringing that bell to tell people around that there is service because there is watch. There is wristwatch. It's their demonic ritual of assembling spirits which they use in conducting whatever they are doing. You understand? So they are conscious of that. That's why when they ring it, they know. They are not notifying people. They are notifying the demon so that the frequency would attune. I'm going to tell you people a whole lot of things.
This is amazing.
You know, I was a master.
Yeah, don't worry.
There is a way you ring it.
Okay.
And the number of times.
Okay.
As that thing is, the sacrament is being used.
Okay. Have you seen it? So it's a ritual they can never do without, because spiritually they know that what they are invoking. You understand? Okay. But an onlooker would just see that and say, yes, you must ring a bell. Why are we ringing a bell? Explain to us. The spirit is lost. Then by that ringing the bell, you now see that a demon that is for that sacrament will just come there. Now, I forgot to tell you, but still, because they live in symbols, right? I've told you, there is a bell in our hearts that can. You don't need all those ceremonial nonsense for you to get attuned to the Spirit. You just say the purity, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Now, taking you back again, that's the reason why you come when we're talking about Santa Claus. They say that Santa Claus is satanic claws. Satanic, the claw of Satan. Then you see a bell there. Now, what is the meaning of bell to the Santa Claus? But we have explained it. Santa Claus means Satan, the claws of Satan. Remove the T, bring it back, then you find Satan. If you change it, it becomes Santa. Then if you clause, C-L-A-U-W-S-E, Santa Claus. Then if you change that U to W, you get the claws, which is the fang, the fingers of a demon. So Satan's finger could be interpreted too. Then you see bell there. Now, when you go to the people of the old that are into tradition, you see that when some ceremonies are being done, you bring a chick, a little chick. They tie it in a palm front and allow it dangling. So that little chick will cry till he dies when performing ritual. Yes. Yeah. But you have seen what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. They bring a little chick and they don't kill it. They tie it. So as that chick is crying, then it's an invocation that generates emotions to that shrine in which that place is. That ritual is being performed. You get the point? Okay? Now, two, in the Igbo, eastern part of the country, are so many places where the culture is not yet lost. When somebody dies, they have a gunshot. Right? That gunshot, according to them, is that the sound that thing produces, if they did not sound a gun to you when you die, right? Then it is assumed in their ignorance that your spirit is not going to anywhere. So the gong sound is the transport. They used to transport the person who is already dead. But if it is a deity that kills someone, they went after divination. They will now say, okay, this person, we are not going to sound a gong for him in his burial because he died a bad death, according to them. Right? So if they did not do it, why are they not doing it if it is a deity? Because if you sound the gong, the deity is going to lose the grip of the spirit because he's going to transport that person beyond the capacity of the deity. So deity is telling you, don't use this sound because I know where the spirit of the person is coming. I'm the one that killed it. So I'm coming to take it. Don't transport. I'll come.
It's not funny, the sermon.
Yeah.
Do they actually know this? Because
No. Look at it now. The religion is a demon. Do they know that Christianity is not religion? You are asking, I'm telling nominal stuff, then you are now asking me, do they know? Why should they know? Do you know, before you came here, that religion is evil? Weren't you a Catholic? Did you know this? Did they teach you that? Yeah?
Like the bell in
Mm-hmm.
church.
Yeah.
You know when the priest is coming in?
Yeah.
When the bell is rung, the congregation
Stand up.
So to them now that they're using the bell to alert.
So yeah. They are using it now. So the more you look, the less you see. They are not spiritual. We are spiritual. You understand? Yeah. So
who don't know will just think
you think that yes, it is.
Not knowing that there is a spiritual.
Yes, it's just like before you came here.
Yes.
They tell you to sow a seed in the church. It's the same thing as ringing a bell. Yes. So you have to. You don't know that person is strategizing to make sure that it drains you. So nobody knows anything as far as we are concerned. As regards spirits, we the spiritual scientists, you give us your ear so that you can understand and live. So that when somebody is doing anything, you'll be able to know that this thing is out of point and God is not here, it is demon that brings it there.
Or don't you think that, because this is handed over from generation to generation before our time, don't you think that the originators knew this?
If they did not know it, why do they initiate it? Is they know. But the generation that is coming have lost the essence. Is that the one who said it? That we have to go back to the roots. The meaning of truth means back to the roots. That U is double O. Back to the roots. So if you don't go back to the roots, you wouldn't know why so many things that are happening are happening. You understand? Yes. Just like issue of midnight prayer and so many things. I've explained to you people that it is people who come from occultism, right? Who were knew the time they used to travel in the witch kingdom through the coven. Then when they repent and become Christians, they now say that it is by 2 o'clock you have to attack demon. Why? Because that was when the time they used to go. You can't use physical time to time God. God is beyond time. That by 12 o'clock, that's when witches move. How did you know? If you were not once a witch, then if you know it by the understanding of the Spirit of God, Holy Spirit, right? That which is made by 12 o'clock, then what is your business with the witch? When the angels are there 24 hours and God is omnipresent and omniscience. So we who knew by the Spirit of God, don't waste our time to deny ourselves the Spirit God gives us because He loves us. We don't deny, we dare because we know it through the Spirit. We didn't know it from the back door, from the occultic people. So that's what we keep on saying. Nobody is a Christian who have not listened to the teaching of the New Jerusalem. Because we said that positive is what? Equal to positive. Now that equality sign is the barrier between the physical and the spiritual world. Just like this music we are talking about. And negative is what? Positive. So, those that cannot pass through the equality sign to see what gave rise to positive sign will think that the positive that is generated by negative is the same with the positive generated by positive.
I remember
So
what
the
you told me
equality
one day,
side-
said, cross. Not
So-
everybody that carries cross.
Yes. So it's not everybody carrying cross, it's carrying original cross. So now what religion, including people that are practicing Christianity as religion, are doing, that they forgot that their original essence of Christ has been lost. And this is how we say it. Negative, positive is equals to negative. Now, Christ came and took over in the spiritual world. Satan and human thoughts came as Christ have died and came from the negative world and polluted that cross and give you negative sign. Then when they give you a negative sign, then you take a negative sign by the things which you see in the physical that is negative. Now you yourself will use it to generate a negative things. Just like how rapture have misled so many people, the second coming of Jesus Christ have been misled so many people. Understand?
Yes.
All those religious things. Now, what gave them there is positive, negative, projected negative. Now they show you, they flash negativity to you, then you use it again and generate another negativity. Then when two negative comes together now, it becomes positive. So people are in the church dancing that there is no problem. But this is not where we come. But there is a lot of problems. And that's why they are dying, poverty everywhere, and so many other things. You know? So we have to go to this archive and understand. So coming to sound, what brought us here? All right? The original people were aware,
Conscious of
what they were doing. But because they have negative intention, they couldn't reveal it to the successors. You know? So they couldn't store it. Just as I told you people, Christ is the greatest person that have ever lived in human world. Why? All other people that lived show you their miracle, but they didn't show you the processes. So it was only Jesus that showed the step by step of what gave him what he did in the physical. Elijah did all he did. Nobody knew
science behind
the science behind Elijah's action. Nobody knew the science. Moses went and hid in the mountain and came with a commandment. How did you get that commandment? What is the process? You need to explain to us. No. You must follow it, whether you like it or not. Yeah?
Yes.
Jeremiah, the same thing. You are a prophet. What are the processes of your prophetic endowment? No way. So tell me how somebody can be spiritual without the teaching of the New Jerusalem in the confines of Christianity. How can somebody be spiritual? Because there is no process. Now, Jesus Christ was about to download the whole thing before they came to him. He said, there are so many things I needed to tell you people now. But when the Spirit of truth comes, don't follow any pastor, don't follow any man of God, don't follow any general overseer. Because they collected the key of the kingdom. They will not enter, and they will not allow people that want to enter to enter. Will they have time? They argue now in the internet. This church is the best church. This man of God is the best preacher. This one of no effect. How can they have time to listen to Holy Spirit?
It's actually a distraction.
It's a very big distraction. Now, when would they have time to listen to Holy Spirit that would guide them? Do I need to know who is a man of God? Do I need any person in internet to know who is a man of God? I summon you in the spiritual world. Simple. Do I need to know whether what you are preaching is right or wrong? I don't need to bother to go to internet. I summon you. When we go spiritual meetings.
No who.
Yes. Yeah. When we go into spiritual meeting, as one of the legislators.
That's right.
Spiritually.
Yes, one of the spiritual legislators. We know who is who. You understand? All right, so they will not, and they will not allow people to know. So these things which we are discussing now is what? Is a mystery, both to them who claim to be pastors, general overseers. Who are they? Nobody know them in the spiritual world. So now, when all these things is being revealed, you find out that worshiping God is as easy as ABCD. I said it to you people in choir. I said, you rather not sing than to sing something that is not coming from your heart. Because if you are singing, each word is linked to the spiritual word. Each word is linked to the spiritual word. So you must know what is talking before you sing. You understand? Then that's emotion.
What you are saying.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you rather not sing. Because your song means nothing when it is not coming from the Holy of the Holies through your garbages and your experiences. Then you are pouring it out. A song can heal somebody. Yes. A song can heal somebody. Understand? And two, I said it someday. Where are songs supposed to be sung? All right? Effectively is in factory. Where people are producing something. When you are drumming and singing, instead of them taking alcohol to be charged up, put a very good song, let them produce something and place it into the physical world. Then it continue giving them energy, inspire them. Songs inspire people and take you out of this world. Then, but now, the irony of it now in the church is that, I'm going to give you an illustration that will perfectly explain what I'm saying. The irony of the song now in the church is that people are now singing it religiously. Why? Tell me why. The reason is that if you bring Gary and hot water, after boiling hot water, to 100 degrees centigrade and bring Gary, right? And somebody knock at the door. Or you start gisting.
Yeah.
Then that water that have heated to 100 degree will go down.
Energy will be lost.
The energy will be lost. And when that temperature goes down, you have lost the essence of boiling that water.
Okay.
That is what they do with songs today in the church. So songs supposed to be sung when you want to create. So that after singing, you bring something that have not been into being. Either you write it down or you create something. So tomorrow now people can see what the song you have sung, what it have led you to create and produce. So it's an abuse of the 10th laws of truth, which say that truth is cumulative and expansive. So all the songs you people have sung and the one you have listened to cannot add up to anything. So you see now it is a waste, like a blacksmith who puts iron on a fire with a hammer and got distracted. Then the iron cold and went back to its normal. If you start hitting it, you are hitting nothing. So that's what I was saying. Now, where song actually need to be sung is in a factory, where production are done, to encourage people to work and bring something into being. So that we will now know that after today's service, or after today's song, we were producing 3 blocks. But because of the song, we were inspired to produce 10 blocks. Then tomorrow now, historically, you can now say that this song made me to add. I was not able to do this and was not able to do that. You understand? Yeah. But because of the song, I was able to go to this far. So now I'm going back again to Saul and David. Why he was instructed, continue playing guitar, so that it moderates and tune him psychologically and emotionally. The vibration was able to subpedal the intensity of his madness and calm it down severally. Is that okay? So now, this is what song, music, stand for. It's this language of the soul. But you must understand how to make use of it before it could work for you. I won't like to tell you people my favorite artist, but it's in the ancient things.
But from what you are saying,
yeah.
I'm beginning to reason this way.
Yeah.
Now, this song we're talking about, like music,
Uh,
the origin of music now, does it have, I know it has a spiritual origin,
okay.
but from the angle we have spoken so far,
Yeah.
is it really from the demonic world?
Yeah.
Or
Okay. It's not from demonic world. I'm just telling you, good can be used for evil. So we have to say, that's what I said earlier. There is a secular song and a gospel song. You understand? Now, that secular song has a demonic origin because it is a demon that inspired them.
okay.
That is the reason why the many secular and worldly artists are cultists. And you sign a contract with a deity who knows how to manipulate people's emotion.
To believe in your song.
To flow with your song, not even believing, to flow with it. So that they will give you spices of beatings, which they know that negatively it can regulate human emotion. And if you are not protected, if you pass where the song is playing, Whether you know the sound, the lyrics or not, you start dancing it.
It's true.
The reason is because it has already synchronized with your emotion. That sound it produces. Synchronized with your emotion, you begin to nod your head to a song you don't know what it's singing. So when they sign contracts, they that know how to regulate human emotion, all right, will now take it to shrine and release demons that will be able to do the marketing. Then before you know, a song that does not have anything will begin to reign all over the world. And somebody who did not sign the same contract would be trapped. I remember that was the year when we were in the small auditorium. Should be 2014 or 15. 2014 or 15. And this is 2004, right? 2024. The youth bought conga. Bought conga in the church for Thanksgiving. And after presenting it, the Lord came to me on 29th of a certain month. It's in my journal. And said, remove this conga here. Because if I would do ROC. Would do ROC. This is the band they use to worship idols. I'm going to tell you stories. So I came. If one of them that are here now, I will call them to bear the witness. Then I came and said, conga, pa, silence in the church. Then it was done. We took it back to Onyeka, he's on 5, and sold it back to him and collected the money. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 18 to 19. Your wife was one of the pioneers of the reason why I went to the Spirit physically, right? Which was 2000 and what? 18. Then starting from 2018, we now started going to the spiritual world. And the day we went to Ntejabog in Anambra State to destroy Nendo and Igbe spirit. After we finished destroying Igbe, right? And we destroyed Nendo, a very giant and big python. We came. A spirit came. That Igbe spirit went to Anambra and saw that a part of his kingdom has been demolished. He began to trace the source. He found out it was in Abuja from Worthy Lord Church of the Universe, the Embassy of the New Jerusalem. He came and suspended on ceiling to attack, but the environment was so hot for it to penetrate. The chief demon. So the children were reporting of seeing shadows from the ceiling and all that. Then we had to go back to the spiritual world to check why were the children seeing shadows. We now got there and now found out that the spirit called Onyenenye from Sapele, the headquarters of Igbe's kingdom, Igbe spirit from Sapele, went to Anambra in Ntejabog and found out that a spirit, his chamber had been destroyed, a part of his kingdom had been destroyed. Then he came to Abuja to attack. When he came to Abuja to attack, the presence and the angelic beings in the house of Kenneth could not allow that demon to descend and do what he wanted to do. He was suspended. So when we now got to the spiritual world, we started going to Sapele. Yes. When we got to Sapele, we now went to the kingdom. We see like thousands of demons in an ocean. And we had to call all of them, they submerged. And they came out of the surface. Because of their number, we commanded heavenly tarpaulin. They were all rolled and burned into ashes. When they were burnt into ashes, we began to see how ground was shaking like excavator with heavy dusts. The land began to crack. And when the land was cracking, we were like, what is that? Then we saw the chief demon of that Igwe spirit with a sickle and a drum he was beating, being that conga.
Somebody confirm here that the mother served that evil spirit.
Okay.
Sapele.
Okay. Sapele?
Yes.
Right. I don't know physically. I'm telling you spiritual. I'm telling you spiritual histories now. Are you there? Now, he came with that drum. After 5 years of that rebuke was done, the same thing came with that same drum. Pa, 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 pa. Then, we were two that went there. Before we know, the first person, he threw that sickle, pa, and hit her on the tummy. Then we commanded the angel to cut the rope. We cut the rope and got that Igwe spirit burnt. Are we there? Yes. Then we got the chief demon burnt. Now, have you seen the sound? Do you see the drum? Do you see the conga? Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that? So now you find out that there are some sounds that are demonic. And they are like the one of the Catholic bell ringing and the other things. Then, why again? Another one which you really need to know, on that our trip to Anambra, was that Angela, she's still alive. She should be 30-something now. When she was 37, a spirit, Nengu, came to take her life. Because when she was born, she was the person to replace the grandma who had died. And in her breast, even till today, the mark is still there. They pierced her breast and put the blood in 2 earthen pots in Tejaborg.
The blood from her?
Yes, as a child. So that when the breast is forming and she's attending adolescent, then they will use that blood to monitor her.
Wow. Jesus.
So at the age of 37, but the story I want to tell you is that in the spiritual world, they set an alarm clock. And that alarm clock they set is that they hung a bell. It's still the same bell now. They hung a heavy bell in the atmosphere, spiritual world, and bring tortoise and perform the ritual. Then the tortoise was alive in the spiritual world, counting days. That at the age of 37, the tortoise will go and ring the bell. When he rings the bell, now the demon assigned for the operation will come to Abuja and cause her mad or frustration that will make her to come back to worship the Ibe. But unfortunately for the demon, unfortunately for her, that before she got to 37, she was already a New Jerusalemite.
Yet they came.
Yet they came. They came at Gosa Market. A bell was rung. You understand? Okay, so we had to pull down the bell and have it burnt.
Wow. Things are happening.
Are you there? All right, so there are foundations that are demonic, or songs that are demonic. That's why when you start playing a demonic song in your place, secular songs, be ready. Demons are there. Demons are there.
No wonder in kingmakings of most of these Yorubas,
Okay.
this talking drum they use.
Okay, talking drum. Thank you.
They make their
All right? So that's why you have never seen us having anything to do with drum since that day. So any day I bring drum here is a disobedience to the instruction given unto me. Now, but people who are using it now, they don't know. They are enjoying themselves. In ignorance. Is that okay? So now, this is demonic. If you start listening to any person who is demonic, the song, be ready. All of the environment will be surrounded. Let me tell you, there was a day, I won't still call the name of the artist so that it will not be as I'm talking against somebody when he has already died. But there was a music I used to like before I got refined in the spiritual world. Now, the man stood alone and is not a Nigerian. Before you say he's So, the song, when I assumed this position now, I went to market, I downloaded the song to play, right? My old self. There are so many songs. When I start singing it, you'll be like, yeah, maybe you were the one who sang the song, So now I downloaded them, came to worship. I was with Jude Asawa. They came, the beings with me, the angelic beings, wiped it away from my phone. Like wiped it out. I was looking for it. I couldn't. I went and reloaded it again. They came. I missed this memory card. I started looking for the memory card. I couldn't see it.
Wow.
So that was serious.
Jesus.
You get a point?
Yeah.
Right. So sound.
Wow.
This thing we're talking about in 1996. That was the time we were coming out from our secondary school.
Okay.
There is a musician, he's already like Tupac Amaru Shakur.
Okay.
His music nearly destroyed youths those days.
Okay.
Because his music brought gangsterism
Okay.
to the society.
Okay.
Many youths were almost destroyed before they left
Okay. All right. Have you seen it? So now Satan knows how to harvest human emotion. But people are just here making noise. That's why so many people, some religions, they don't play anything. Claiming to be okay, fine, right? But they are still wrong. Because every of your knowing must be perfected.
Exactly.
You must have thorough knowledge about what you're doing. You understand? Now, go back again to idol worshippers. You understand? When they come to perform ritual, they use gong. Do you know that gong have male and female?
Wow.
Gong.
Yeah.
They play, have male and
yes.
female.
Yes.
Gong.
Yes, gong have male and female. Yes, go and ask. Go and ask Igbo people. They will tell you.
Ogene.
Yes, Ogene has male and female. You understand? Then on the male and the female, there is still the children, so to say. They keep within this, you keep it in the shrine. You understand? When you want to do that, once in a while, you ring it, you play it, pa, 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 pa. Then the neighbors will know now that you want to worship, perform a ritual. Now, the same thing as Oji.
Yes, I wanted to say it. Make some noise.
Yes, Oji. All right? So when they come, they hit it. Wow! You hear jarm,
Okay.
jarm.
Chief priest or whatever used to go.
Yes, it's like a mess. Symbol of authority. But it has sounds. Jarm, jarm. Then this is still that. What of dancers that wear the bells in their leg while dancing? Now, if they are beating this thing, do you hear the sounds of the bell? No. So why are they wearing it? Because you can't be beating drum and somebody is dancing and this thing still have effect. It doesn't have effect. But originally, they know that it has a spiritual connotation. So you people will be listening to the drum, but demon knows that this one you wear in the leg is still contributing to the harmony of his what?
People use these things
The
not
servant,
really
you know,
knowing.
The servant has told us so many instances justifying
Jesus.
the relationship between sound and spirit.
Yeah.
Now, when man came on board, there is something about that curriculum of life, as you say, the habit.
Yeah.
It's the sound itself that we call it follow come.
Yes. Yes.
That we don't even need.
Yeah.
What actually triggered man to go into creating, instruments?
Yeah.
Now to call on spirits.
No, there is nothing wrong about that. Why something is not wrong about it, depending on the inventor of an instrument. Why something is not wrong about it is that why did they manufacture a computer? Why did they, hold on.
Yeah.
Why did they manufacture a calculator?
Okay.
Don't you know if you train your brain, you can do more than what calculator can do? You understand? There is nothing bad in invention, but don't allow invention to carry you away from the realities of labor, because invention is a division of labor. Division of labor in the sense that if the person who manufactured, you are not a shoemaker, then the shoe you are wearing now, if a shoemaker was not there, will you wear shoe? No, it's a division of labor. Okay, begin to manufacture this so that we can wear it. This chair, if the person who manufactured it was not there, can you sit down? Okay, before you sit down, you go again and manufacture. So there is nothing wrong
You know the reason why I asked
in sound creation or the
Because
inventors.
You knew.
But what we are saying, hold on, you have to hold on. But what we are saying is that the origin of anything you are using, you must know anything you're doing in and out. Know your pastor in and out. Know your Bible spiritually and physically. So that when somebody now begins to give you a wrong address, you say, no, I'm not following this because it has a demonic origin. So anything you don't know the spiritual essence, you are lost doing it. Because whoever created it is for destruction and you cannot escape it. You are already a candidate, whether you know it or not, which we said that good intention is not a substitute for thorough knowledge. That you want to do good, that does not mean that if you get good wrong, you will not be punished by that. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. So
what I'm trying to say, there's something you talked about, the habit as the origin of follow come.
yes.
If man actually realized that we already singers
Mm-hmm.
or drum beaters
Mm-hmm.
by nature,
Mm-hmm.
would it have triggered
To
go
ma-
about
the man-
manufacturing again when you already know that consciousness within?
Yeah. The one is that the consciousness has been lost.
Okay.
All right. 2 is that it's not every time that you'll be conscious of your heartbeat. You understand? Yeah. So it's like creating a robot. So you can be sleeping and put music and put instrumental.
It's another extension.
It's an extension of that, which when you are not disposed for it, right, then you can use it. 2, it helps you also to import information which would have been negative from the physical world to the spiritual world. Because when you are hearing a sound through your ear, understand, it goes to your heart as well to amplify it. Understand? But if that instrument is not there, then your ear will become dormant as regards importing something that is spiritual. Then, and when it is dormant, you begin to hear evil.
Okay. That's the...
Yeah, so yes. So it is making you to be in and out. As either you hear from your ear or you become conscious of your heart. You understand?
You
So
want
it-
to regulate...
yeah. So it become now cyclical, either from ear or from heart. Then they begin to connect and warm themselves and form themselves.
Okay, now let's come to church.
Yeah.
That is where I want to go.
Okay,
So,
you ask the question.
where I want to go is that we've not talked about so many negativity about song.
Uh,
I know that there are positivity about it.
Yeah.
Just like when the Israelites were told to sing,
Yeah.
go round.
round.
That was a positive use of song.
Yeah.
Are there no places where songs were also used positively?
I'm still explaining now, and that's what I said. It should be used in the factory for creation. And I've told you that if it is being sung in the church, it melts people. At the point of encounter or ministering anything spiritual, people are already open for action to bear fruits. Understand? Just like what you said, the book of Joshua chapter 6, the Israelites, they were told, don't talk, accumulate, gather energy for 7 days. Blow the trumpet. It is the sound of the trumpet that pull down there. Because they pull a string and a vibration, all right, that was able to control the matter that the wall was built up upon, and it cracked it.
Wow.
So now that's, you still see the ancient people, the horn, they blow, poo, OP. That's what they call it in our place, right? Yeah. Poo, poo. Why they are playing that? There is a vibration that cracks the wall. So now those who were spiritual, understand, knew, and instruction was given. Joshua chapter 6. Instruction was given to them that this is what you people are going to do. They have mastered the compositions, the matter upon which that wall of Jericho was built, and knew that the blowing of the trumpets, when they gather momentum through quietude, would wreck that wall of Jericho and pull it down. And that instruction was given. And they did it, and it happened.
Great.
You understand? So this vibration, if you bring stick in a place where there is earthworm, like a swampy area, bring a stick like a staff, mount it on the floor, and rub it against, bring another staff, and rub it against itself consistently. You see earthworms coming up. Based on the vibration, it is sending to the soil. You understand? Yes. You see the vibration is sending to the soil. You see earthworms coming out. This one is not a far-fetched something. You can go in an earthen environment and use a very solid this thing and begin to brush it.
Now you took, most of us grew up in the village now, so we understood.
Without mounting it on the soil.
Do you know that
when you mount it on the soil,
you know that insect we were eating, when we make noise, that insect will be coming out. Will be coming out. So is that the sign behind shouting, making noise? Then they will come out from the earth.
Yeah. That's Ilolo, that they call it Akoro. Yes. They begin to
you see them coming out.
Yes, in the village.
Jesus.
So when you begin to make that sound, you see them now coming out from there. That vibration is sending to the earth crust. Jesus. Is pulling them out. So people have to come to spiritual science to understand. So when you see many of us being calm, it's because you see the beginning and the end. And when we talk, they say we are bragging, we are making noise. What do you know? Do you have a spirit that reveals things to you? Now, where did I study all these things? Nowhere. It's just that spirit of truth God has given humanity. Now, whatever you want to know about, God will be able to reveal it to you and take you to the histories and where they are using it to cheat people and deceive and nail people. So in the church, songs has not really been utilized. That's the point I'm going to. Yeah. Because they don't know the science behind it. Just like what I told you, that song. You understand? That's what I tell you, that song tells you who you are, what you came into this world to do, and who God is. It's a connecting point between the physical world and the spiritual world. And nobody should take it for granted. Then, I told you someday, clapping of hands is an invention. When you want to praise God, you begin to clap hand. Why are you clapping hand? Because through the laws of interaction, this hand and this hand can create something that was not in existence before. So sound is like fire. Because if I want to create fire here, a matchstick and a matchbox, there is no fire. But if I scratch it now, fire comes out. So it's an invention. Fire was not in the beginning of creation. It was invented. Are you there? So when you want to appreciate God as well, you clap hand. This hand, not sound I'm making now, was not in existence as we are talking, but I can create it. So it's something to give glory to. But don't stop.
Because these things are powerful.
Yes. So this is it. You are creating something that was not in existence, apart from the vibration. But it's a thing of joy that things that are not, will make it into being. But because people are not spiritual, they don't take it to further, to another dimension. You understand? I think sound is...
Like these people that prophesy, even though they do wrongly, but you see some of them, before they prophesy, they want you to sing.
Yeah.
You know, they have these people that must sing to an extent.
Yeah.
Then as the song is going, you now see them prophesying.
Thank you.
So as if the song is now...
Those shouts, exclamation, you know. Now, let me still tell you, God, Ben are gone. You see enchantment. Enchantment, this madness of speaking in tongues, is an enchantment, a demonic or cultic enchantment that is brought to church, but people did not edit it. Yeah.
You say that explanation brings spirit.
Yeah.
As you're explaining it, I know our viewers are going to marvel.
Yeah.
This is, I don't want to call it a spiritual class.
Yeah.
But it's a truth market.
Yeah.
Where everything that makes you look confused, you must get the clarity.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay.
We want to
Okay. Now. One, when you are speaking in tongues, you're producing a sound. Then when you overlap it, you hide something there. So somebody whose deity is worshiping is a so. That's like, what do they call it? Abracadabra. Then, yes, when they now come in the public, that person who is speaking in tongues knows a demon is summoning. But the congregation is not understanding it. So that's why it was one, even in Acts of Apostles. They spoke in tongues as spirits gave them utterances. So it is Holy Spirit that gave you utterances to speak in tongues. Not this one now, they practice it. Go and watch, there is danger in speaking in tongues. You know, then you now know. So nothing in the physical world can be an orphan. So when you begin to speak something that is not rooted from the spirit, demon will come and possess it. But the of truth, many people who are worshiping demons in the name of pastors and all that, they bring that speaking in tongues. Then ofeke, pick from there. They will not ask questions. You know? So many pastors are speaking it because of their idiocy. Not that they really know that this is an enchantment. You understand? Okay? So now, if, let's say, your deity is, what is it? Egugu or something like that. Then you can, at home, synchronize that egugu as a speaking in tongues. Which when you come and say gugu, 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 then people would not know that you are calling a gugu. They say you are speaking in tongues. They don't know that you are conscious of what you are doing, but they are listening and saying that, hey, my daddy is speaking in tongues.
You know what I remember? When we were kids, there
Okay.
is this particular man of God that used to visit us.
Okay.
And any day he starts praying,
Okay.
he continue repeatedly saying, Apakashira, Apakashira.
Yeah.
He kept every day, and we picked it even till today.
Okay.
I can still remember
Yeah.
that.
You see? Okay. You remember Apakasira there?
Apakashira.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't
That's the name of
change.
a
Yeah.
deity.
He doesn't change it.
Okay. You see? So now, you people now pick it as children, but you don't know. Not until today.
Jesus.
After so many years. So now when it comes now and begin to do that, just enchantment. Enchantment. People will be like, Daddy, prophesy. Prophesy.
Jesus.
Prophesy.
After they were speaking in tongues.
Yeah. Yeah. So now, that one which is biblical, that is genuine. That's why Paul, who was conscious of the things of the Spirit, said, when there is no interpreter, shut up your mouth. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 14, downward to 20, 24, 26. If there is no interpreter, because these people would use this thing to sneak in and pollute the church, which is happening now. So Paul
Is
knew.
that the reason?
Yes. He said that when a stranger comes, he say, you are mad, you are out of your mind. But why are they continuing there? Nobody have that right to question. You get the point? Right. So it's an enchantment, which they do and imported into church. But the Ofekes, I will not ask questions to get details and know why what is happening is happening. So we came to strike a balance between letter and the spirit. So anybody like listening to us in the comments, if you want us to discuss about anything that you've seen in the church you don't understand, tell us. We'll give you 1 million and thousands and reasons, explanation that will make you to know that you are doomed. There is no church on earth, I'm telling you, before the church of the firstborn, being the embassy of the New Jerusalem, what the Lord Church of the universe, hosting the embassy. That's why we're called the church of the firstborn. The seventh spirit of God is complete, perfected. So sound is very, 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 very emotional. It transports what? Emotion from the physical world to the spiritual world. It is the sound that birds and animals used to communicate with one another. And each sound has a meaning. It has a language which other things communicate.
Okay,
I
sir.
know.
Now, can I come in?
Okay,
Ask
go on,
you
go on,
something,
go
right?
on.
Now that we've talked about sounds, will we link it to dance steps? Now, let's say these sounds now, there are godly sounds
Yeah.
and there are demonic sounds. Like in a situation whereby the godly sounds,
But before you go there, now, who will give me the spelling of sound?
Sound.
Uh,
S-O-U-N-D.
S-O-U-S-O-U-N-D. Okay. Remove that N-D and put L there.
So,
You get soul. Are we there?
Yes, sir.
You get what?
Soul.
Soul. What is ND? ND is land. The sound made in the land connects you to your soul.
Someone baby, I'm watching it. Let's understand it very well.
Understand? Is it not L we put there and we get soul?
So, yes.
Right? Then what is remaining is what? ND. Put L there again. And put A.
Land.
You get land.
this is a spark.
so that sound connects you to your
Sound done in the land connects you to the soul. So that's what I started by telling you that song is what? S-O-N. Yes. Then when you talk about song, S-O-N, that is the song of God. That is S-O-N. The G there is
God.
God.
of God. Son of God. Oh, son
of God.
Wow. You are opening our eyes.
This is
I said,
like you just
Spiritual,
wait,
it's not
you just
just-
entered another dimension.
I'm entering another
Just
dimension.
it's coming
Yeah.
out of his sight.
So,
Son of
okay, no wonder in every good thing there is bad if it's not used.
I want to bring you back to your former teaching.
No, hold on.
Hey, let's not lose
Now,
this.
you understand? Yes. Now, okay.
Yeah, that's why I want you to.
Okay. Now, let's finish this now. You're going to understand. Are you listening to me? So it was now abbreviated and put in the way sound. So if you are not spiritual, you will not understand that that's a compound word. Understand? Because L is missing there and A is missing there. Then they call it sound. So when you remove the ND, when you remove the ND, you put L, you get soul. Then when you retain that L and put A, you get land.
Wonderful.
So now the activities that is being performed in the land connect you to the spiritual, your soul. Connect you to your soul. Now, song. According to the book of Isaiah chapter 14 verse 14. Satan was a choir master.
The lead singer.
A lead singer. That's where that song came, the Son of God. Go and read your Isaiah chapter 17. The word song, sons of God. So now, when he now disobeyed, he was pursued out of the heavens and he came in the world. That is the reason why the what do they call it? Ekwe?
Yes,
Ekwe, what do they call it?
What is it? Okay, draw.
Call it
Yeah?
Wooden god.
Wooden gong. Okay. All right. So now, the Satan, who was the choir master, was the one, that word song. S-O-N-G. Sons of God. Coming with that G is that small g, right? You know, is debased now. He is debased. Now he came with a song, indicating that he was once a son of God.
Oh. Wow.
Indicating that he was once a son of God, singing. But because if you read the book of Isaiah chapter 14, he says, I want to be higher than the sons of God, the stars. And the stars of God, what are the stars? Just as I explained. The star, your leg, your this, your this, your this, your this, your head forms the 5-pointed stars, edges of a star. So he was existing as a son of God, having 2 legs, 2 hands, and 1 head. So we should not go there. But when you now see sun stars vibrating, that's a vibration. And there is no way a sound can produce. Something can do without what? There is no way this earth can survive without vibration. No way this earth we are seeing now can be sustained without sound. Without sound. This thing now, let's get it there. In Igbo, this Ekwe we are calling, Satan is called what? Ekwensu. Ekwenasunsu.
Jeez.
That's the stammering gong.
Wow. This is revelation.
Yes. It's called what? Stammering gong. Ekwensu. Ekwenasunsu. Which does not flow. Ekwena speak in tongues.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
See that every time by this speaking in tongues is a no.
You get the point? Yeah. Ekwensu. Nsu means stammering in Igbo. So when they call you Ekwensu, Ekwenasos, the gong that is stammering. So that is Satan as the singer. When he now begin to sing like question on the earth with negative intention, it become now Ekwensu because he was a choir master. Then he now has to come in English as song. A limited God with small g. Sons of God with small g.
Hi. Jesus Christ.
If someone is not spiritual, how can you know all these things?
You get the point?
Yes.
All right. So these are things that they need to consult.
That was why he was given such attributes.
Yes.
When he began to sing, no longer sing the way
No longer singing as he's supposed to sing. I say, yes, you are ekwe, you are a gong that is no longer doing its purpose function. Yeah. So you are now a stammering gong. Or say ekwensu. But the one that is happening is ekwe for town criers. Boom, 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 boom.
It's clear.
Yes.
Hey.
I want to bring you down to a small kid. I will use a small kid, when the small kid is crying,
Yeah.
coming to want to sing the song so that you should begin to see how the kid
Yeah. In literature, it's called lullaby.
Lullaby,
yeah.
So,
Yeah. When do I sing our own local one? Many people will not understand. But when a child is crying and you begin now to sing that, you tune to the child's frequency. That's the spiritual, yes. Then you become calm and you begin to tune the vibration to synchronize with the song which you are singing. Before you know, you lure the child to sleep.
Do you know this song went round? Even as children.
Now, they go to internet now. The most viewed, apart from children cartoon, viewed video is songs. Just 5 minutes, you see 5-minute song. You see millions of people. But why we are now saying that people have to sit back is that these songs does not produce anything. Because people don't know the essence of it and why it is being sung. That's so many people, just like I told you people, that when you are doing something without understanding, as many people are looking for God without being spiritual, you can't make use of it. You become like the little child I said, my child, who sang a song, Johnny, Johnny, no papa, eating sugar, no papa. He sang it as a song where they are using to teach him not to take excess sugar. Yet, if you do tea without sugar, Trinity will start crying. But he just finished singing song, Johnny, Johnny, no papa, eating sugar,
No, Papa.
eating candy, no papa, telling lies, no papa. So he sang it.
Yeah.
So that's what churches are doing today. They are singing song that does not really synchronize with the essence of God. Do you know? When a song, just give me any song, that does not uplift and reveal the real and the true essence of God. You understand? Which is waiting for people to understand it and he acts through it. Are you there? Yeah. Is it, what do they say? Nobody can do what no one can do.
Only you can do.
Only you can do what no man can do. Okay, where is it into practicality? They don't have the spirit. So they just sing it. And the person is sick, singing. But this is the real portrait, poetic essence of God Almighty.
could command the deliverance.
That as long as you all understand that nobody can do what God can do, immediately you come into a situation.
Song has this power. That's
Thank God for replacing this step of.
Are you there? Are you there? So song, sound, and what? Spirit. Song, sound, and spirit is blends. It touches the soul. Whatever you do in the land, there is a vibration that connects you to that word. You see the rotation of the earth? You think it's just like that? The sound it makes. If they should open your spiritual ear to hear, the sound it makes will tear apart so many things.
Was that the vision you saw?
The vision I saw?
Yes. When before 2012, what was going to go on, you say you saw that spinning.
Okay. The earth spinning. Yeah.
It was so powerful. You couldn't understand that.
Yeah. Okay, the spinning of the earth. Yeah.
Disconnected.
Oh, yes. There was a day they took me to the spiritual world and to the edge of creation. And I was seeing a spinning earth. It was so scary. I had to say, no, I got disconnected immediately because I wasn't mature then to behold such vibration. I wasn't mature to behold such vibration. Then I said, no, I had to get disconnected. And when you are in the spiritual world, immediately you get upset. They will trigger you off, pull you out of that. Yes. Or you put up a demand. Yeah, I want this. But they will just push you down from there. So you just to watch and know how.
Let me bring you back again into sports because I've seen those.
He has not answered my
Okay.
question.
What's your question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Coming to dancing.
Yeah. Okay, dancing.
Because you can't do without singing and dancing.
Yeah.
And we have come to realize so far that, like what you have explained,
Yeah.
and what is the relationship
Mm-hmm.
of dance steps? Because some people can be, let's say in the church now,
Yeah.
and yes, they are worshiping God. Then does dance steps
Mm-hmm.
also invite demons like spirits, godly spirit or negative spirit?
No. That step does not have that power.
Okay.
One, it doesn't make sound.
Okay.
But some dance steps could be negative,
Okay.
depending on the visual portrait of what you are dancing of.
Okay.
Are you there? Then you can be dancing visually and you are portraying sexuality.
Okay.
You understand? It becomes what? Indecent dancing that is negative. Because when the eye sees it now, it interprets it again, and he went and go and pick spirit. And it continue echoing and transcending. Two, then it depends on the originator of the dancer. So if the originator of the dancer is a negative person, or it came from the negative spiritual world, understand? Then if you dance in that dancing step, then automatically you are synchronizing your emotion then to the spirit that really invented it. And so you are now become a representative, an extension of that demon or the inventor you understand? Like, let me take for instance, dancing Michael Jackson's dance.
Because in the church,
Yeah.
I see some youths today.
Yes.
They say they come for youth presentation.
Yeah.
They will use Christian
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
But it's Michael Jackson.
Yeah. So that Michael Jackson steps now, then that's where you get it strong. But leave that one alone first. Let the youths be dancing. Are you there? Because that one is a tip of iceberg. And once in a very long while, let's correct what is more important than they are this thing. But naturally, it is not okay. You people were here on our anniversary. Then when the youths came to dance, They dressed the way it is not okay. And the sound was not okay. All right? This sound was not okay. I was in the altar. And I sent an angel to go and destroy this thing. Yes. Yes. Then it started breaking. And everybody was wondering what is making it to break. I didn't know what they were dancing. It was in the altar. I came to notice it. Then I cannot rebuke them because people will not understand. What are we going to do? That thing which they have planned, you just go and disconnect it. I think it was last year or last 2 years. Last year. Yeah. Then it started cracking. Now people were like, why is it cracking? Why is it cracking? I say, why won't it crack? Is that a song? Is that this dressing you want to present in the embassy of the new?
Jesus was called.
Yes. But yes, it's already polluted. You understand? All right. So now the angels knew he was not glorifying God. So what do they have to do? Let off it, because we are the church of the firstborn.
Now the last one is.
It's not Susie's department. Yes. I get what I'm saying, because most of us in the choir department who should now go and edit what they bring in inside the church to sing.
Yeah.
You know, about the entire world or the churches or whatsoever, wherever you are in the world, you need to watch this to be able to edit the type of thing you hear.
And know why you are singing.
You are singing it.
Only you can do what no man can do. Then think it, meditate over it, let it come out from your consciousness.
They're intentional about it.
You understand? Be intentional about it so that when there is a challenge, you just sing that song, spirit will come and crack that problem. Yeah, deliver the job immediately.
All right. So now, I think I'm understanding something.
Okay, yeah. It's not fastest prayer because many people now begin to get mad about that. It's just a component.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Okay.
There is a particular song. I don't know how it happened.
Yeah.
But anytime I am cashless.
Yes.
So I discovered the first time that once I sing that song,
yeah,
I'll start having itching power.
Yeah.
Before you know it,
money will drop.
So
you will open a bank with the song.
So it happened twice, 3 times.
Okay.
I became conscious of the song.
Okay.
So the moment
yes.
I need money, I don't make requests for that. I start singing that song.
Okay.
Just one day after singing it the next day.
Okay.
So I connected it with what you sing because I was so intentional about the song. Sound and what it's doing.
Yeah.
All right. In that that is apart. Now I want to come to cultural dances.
Okay.
Now, as people, maybe they respect tradition and stuff like that. For example, children in schools, secondary, primary, they have cultural days.
Yeah.
And most of them are being, grouped to do that cultural dance, which also include the wearing of these chaka-chaka, gongs and most children from Christian homes are involved.
Yeah.
So now, what is the advice to them? Are they supposed to discontinue? Is it a normal practice?
Yeah. Look at it now. To the pew, everything is pure. Okay. Especially to these tender children. Okay. And you there? Then immediately they become conscious of it. Let them go and fulfill all righteousness. Jesus Christ allowed John the Baptist to baptize him. Not because he was supposed to, but to fulfill all righteousness. So that the people of the Israelites will be able to notice that he has obeyed John the Baptist, whom they believe is a prophet. Which if he refuses that baptism, they will stone him any day you come to the synagogue to talk. You understand? Right. It's just like us now, writing Sunday, understanding that our Sunday is Sunday. But you will not tell our children to go to exam or school and begin to write Sunday. That's number one. Number two, if you don't want to create your own system, you create your own system. When you go into another person's system, don't try to poke nose or to change something till you create your own system. Can't you see? We have created our own system. You see somebody watching us, watching us in YouTube, and told us, please change the spelling of Sunday. You write Sunday. I think you were the one who replied to him This is our own system. The Son of God is whom we are worshiping, not Son God. And every of our flyer writing material is doing that. When we go to a computer, because we are not taking exams, they underline it with red. It doesn't consign us. We continue doing our own because we have created a system to know that Sunday is evil. S-U-N-D-A-Y is evil. We spell our own Sunday, S-O-N-D-A-Y. Your daughter, Chidera Sunday, she's now using S-O-N-D-A-Y in her school. And as her name. So it doesn't concern anybody. So now, this is a system that will be erupted over time. We are working with religion now. You understand? Then when it becomes common, then everybody will know. I went to my children's school. When I got there, they gave me their report card and say to the motto, to train children or something like that to fear God. Can you see? The fear of God. To have fear of God. That's their motto. You know? Now, how can a child, you see my child now? Yeah, how can my child fear God? So should be to reverend God. But I wouldn't press and tell the person that you must change it on my own children this thing because it's her school. Then if we open our own school, it should be what? Yeah, reverend God or respect God, not to fear God, because children of God supposed not to fear God, as a child does not fear the father or the parents. You get the point? So these things is penetrating, it should be penetrated gradually till we take over and it becomes a norm.
So
is that okay?
Nice.
Like our children now, when they start programming computer now, they are going to put Sunday, S-O-N-D-A-Y.
That will be our own.
Then our own computer now begin to respond to S-O-N-D-A-Y. Just like if you want to write favor, and write F-A-V-O-U-R, computer will underline it and tell you to write F-A-V-O-R. Right? Okay, that's how they design it. So you can now bring your own favor and try to change a system that is already existing before you came. But it's a process. All these things will be handled with time.
So with
don't worry.
Every indication now, they should be allowed to continue.
Yeah, they should allow. Because if you now come, all right? If you come now and become an opposition to such, your children will be highlighted. And when they are being highlighted, they start feeling inferior. I will become on there, they will become uncomfortable. So wait till you create your own school. But
when they begin to get that consciousness.
When they begin to get that consciousness, then another thing is that they can refuse to participate in cultural dance. You understand? Like my daughter, there is a department she was in. I removed her and put her in science class. I told the school, remove her and put her in a science class department. It's my daughter. So I have the right now, so long as there are options. So your daughter, whom you don't want to dance cultural dance because of the contamination, you can explain to her and say, come out from there and go here. Understand? Like Ella, who is in Poracos, Sapele, right? He's still in Sapele. He traveled with the mother. She traveled with the mother and went to school, and she did cultural dance, bought all this bead, aka, and all these traditional demons, you know, so demonic attires, unknown, but can be called culture anyway. Now, when she got that, I think when she put it on after dancing in the school, she was attacked. When she was attacked, it was in my house. It's still on my phone. They came. She was delivered. Many Nollywood actors, all right? When you act in a river, a demon will possess you. Depending on what you do, if you tune to the frequency of that demon, after the demon will possess you, whether you like it or not.
That's
Yeah.
why some of them need to come to the open and say, this is not the real me. I'm just trying to have this.
Yeah, those denial is nonsense. If you go to a river, tune to the frequency and you're not conscious of who you are, after acting something, right? You tune to the frequency, demon will enter you. It's just like going to where they are frying akara or roasting corn. You say the smoke will not get to you. It's a lie. So there is a vibration coming from a demonic river, demonic forest, a vibration. So if your own vibration is not intense, you will inhale it spiritually and they will perch on you.
Daddy, this thing you say happened exactly to some children from what they call it, Jehovah Witness School.
Okay.
You know, they're saying if we remove them, they will be single. Those children that from Jehovah, you know, they are doing the same thing. Their children don't join assembly, don't do so. They are being single, and yet they don't have their own authority.
So that incompleteness will not be there. Allow them, but let them be conscious and interact as they are doing whatever they are doing is in the heart, filtering it. That's why I said the book of Titus, to the pew, everything is.
Wow.
Let's come to the.
Okay, you still have. Go on.
Okay, I wanted to go to another segment.
Okay, go.
By asking, okay, now as I've looked at music as it links to the spirit, can somebody take it up as a profession?
Okay, can somebody take song as a profession? Yes. But whatever was doing well. Don't do anything for the sake of making money.
Okay.
You understand? Do something for the sake of saving life. I'm thinking that every singer, every musician should be taught, listen to our message. You understand? Now, you now know that this is a few percentage quota you are contributing to the advancement of humanity. Understand? Which every song or an artist should have a preamble. Now, listening to my song does not make you anything unless you put it into action by using what you have listened from me to create something and solve problem to humanity. And if this my song cannot change your lifestyle, then it is worthless for you to listen to it. I think this kind of pre-introduction have to be
in your bio.
Yeah, it have to be on your bio preemptively so that it will not be Johnny, no papa. Eating sugar, no papa. So many people that are listening to song now are not being thoughtful to use it for. Just like these things you are the party obas you chipped in, you know? Yes. One of his songs, so many of his songs tunes me on, and one I want to share with you is Nani Okukwe Ihe Njiri Bia. You know?
Yes.
Then that word Nani Okukwe, when I look at the far I've gone into life and things I've accumulated, I always sing that song. There is nothing I came into this world with, but I have used faith and understanding to gain virtually everything I will ever gain in life. And when him again, when him, yeah, yes. You see, nothing. There is no money. There is nothing. But it is only that understanding and faith and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit that brought me this far and put me at par with the universe. You understand? And I become a friend of God, a friend of Jesus. You know, I can reach him and communicate to him, even in the midst of my poverty. You understand? I growing up as a child, denied so many things. But this faith took me up. So I'm particular about that faith can take you very far. So each song you see me singing, all right? Then there is, not just what you are hearing. Yeah. Just like my son, he was yesterday, as though he knew we were going to discuss today. He came to me, was standing on the bed and said, Daddy, why every time you sing songs? You know, because I compose my own song, I sing often when I'm loaded. You know, so these are the things. You know, So you should not just go and begin to sing because you want to make money. Your money should be residual, the byproduct of your song. You know, it should be the byproduct of your song. Because before now, this gospel song was not effective. What was effective was hymns.
Yes, I recollect.
Hymns, yes. Then when you listen to hymns of the ancient days, you see it scatter your emotion. You know the one you sang last Sunday? It pulled everybody and everybody became very calm. Yeah. You know? Yes. Go to hymns. Sing hymns. When you begin to sing all these ancient hymns, you find out that they cut across the physical and downloaded something that is spiritual and put it into a word. That when you're listening to it, it takes you off the word.
Especially now, we now know.
You understand? Yes. Like if you listen to the songs of the saints, songs of the saints, it was sung years back, but it's still relevant up to today. Music does not reign. I mean, song that is from the soul does not reign. It's ageless.
It's ageless. I hear you.
Yes.
Wow.
That is from the soul world.
Yes.
It's ageless. When you sing a song that is from the soul, it is ageless. It is the song of all this generation that when you sing it is okay. It rained in 2003. Yeah? Yeah, it rained 2004. Why? Because they scrapped it from the surface or from occultic or demonic world. But if it is a song, like poem, downloaded from the Holy of the Holies, ageless.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
When you, just like what we are talking about, those songs that came from the soul world, when you begin to hear it, it changes the atmosphere of your life.
Yeah.
You begin to go beyond.
Saturate, yeah.
Spirit now is not
You feel,
connected.
yes. So I don't know, but the recent generation, it look like hip hop song, blah, 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 blah. They find it difficult for most people to connect. People will just be waiting.
Okay. Look at this person called Pate Obasi. What is his instrument? Nothing. Ichaka and Jita. That's all.
That's it too.
Nothing. No. Wow. Pew. All those things are not there.
Wow.
You know. So, but it still resonates.
Yeah.
Resonates. Take you to old memory lane. There are songs you'll be playing. You remember when you were a child. It took you to childhood memory.
Yes, sir.
And tune you up. You could visualize every environment. There is a smell that comes. I mean, a smell. If you have a spiritual perception.
I thought that happens only me.
You understand?
Wow.
It takes you back there. And you feel the aroma, the smell. Yes, that environment.
Yes, sir.
Years back.
That's
It
true.
will play back. You feel the smell. I mean the smell.
Yes, that's true. I thought it happens to only me.
Okay.
In a good atmosphere.
Okay. And we are telling everybody to be in a good atmosphere at all times. Yeah. Heaven on earth.
Wow.
Is that
I
okay?
wanted to say something
Yes.
concerning if you come to sports arena.
Okay.
Those times in Lagos National Stadium.
Yeah.
Come, you see people when they are doing sports, they place the music.
Yeah.
You know, when they are running, somebody they are running, you want to use the music.
Have you seen it? Put
Be
it
able
here.
to do more,
Have you seen what I'm telling you?
do more
Yes.
work.
To do more work. Have you seen it?
More and more with sound. They have sound.
Yes. Because it's more or less like I won't use negative words anyway, but it intoxicates. You get drunk by a song. So you don't need to smoke or do anything. Like me, if I'm reading, I came to Abuja looking for these songs of the saints, the hymns. I came to Abuja looking for instrumentals. Then I was playing, I still don't want to advertise anybody anyway, but instrumental. But let me talk of Kelly G.
Wow, that's my music.
All right, those things, if you come just like that, it's playing and it's just playing. You can't hear anything, but just the sound. Praying. When you gain understanding, you just connect your palm, then you pick your emotion and your spirit, it takes you to another world. So, it's
So, in the sports, they keep on playing this.
Yeah,
Sports,
yeah.
that they need to do more.
So the way that this good music takes one to another one positively, that's also how the negative one also.
Yes, every good has unactivated bad. And every good have unactivated evil. So if you use good wrongly, it become evil. That's all. So, but what we are saying is that the evil is now dominating the earth. That churches have even embraced evil because they are not spiritual. They are not spiritual. If they were to be spiritual, we would pursue anything negative out of the face of the earth. I'm telling you, they can't exist. Truth was older. It's older than evil. But with God is more powerful than Satan. But Satan is more popular than God. Why? Because many people are lazy people. Starting from churches, general overseers, and pastors. They are lazy. They don't want to wait for God, for the power from the on high to come upon them.
We really thank God. You know why I'm laughing?
Yeah.
There is a current pastor they are using right now. I think he's from either Kenya or Cameroon. They're using it for comedy. They're not using his post for comedy.
Okay.
So if you see the type of sound and his pattern of dancing in the church, so it turns to comedy.
Okay.
Naturally, you see this man, you think something is wrong.
Okay.
So from what you are saying, a lot of people.
He might just, that's madness. I was correcting you that you shouldn't say that because now people become mad about it. Just because David dance, many people now say that, dance David dance. Then you see them being mad. Have you ever seen me dancing here? So this is it. They continue pursuing symbols, forgetting the originalities of the things.
Wow.
Someone has once been given a
You know why I'm saying this?
to only
Thank
dance.
God, because that's not been exposed to this way, this mystery, and this cannot be revealed to mankind.
Yes.
For us to know that what we are telling them, they did everything.
Yeah.
As I was saying that the church, they embraced everything. If they were spiritual, but they are connected to God.
If they are connected to God and to Jesus.
So that when things want to come and pollute them, they will say, hold on. And be able to beat whatsoever comes around. So it is now the truth market, as you are beginning to explain, the origin of some certain things, man will now become conscious that even this music you play, the essence and the origin, and why you should play it, and the purpose you should, what you're supposed to do in your life. So how will people know? So truth market has come to save humanity.
Yes, we're on there. Okay.
Thank you so very much.
Right.
I think we will draw the
Any other question? Any other question?
We are filled.
Okay.
Satisfied.
Right.
We have done justice to this, and really say thank you, sir, for that. You said no hyping, so let me be told.
Don't hype me. Don't hype me. Understand. Now, this trumpet will blow when OPK. If you are setting points, if OPK blows to us every night, if you want to cross the physical world, that's the thin line between the physical world and the spiritual world in your quietude. There's a pop sound that you hear. Pop! That sound is like cracking a nut. You are now shifting from this physical world to the spiritual world. Oftentimes, sometimes it happens. So that is what now, they now say, OPK, you'll be suspended in the cloud and you'll be caught up in the cloud. Now, we who go to the spiritual world, where are we being caught up from? Yes.
Are you saying the OPK happens every night?
Yeah. It happens when you want to move, crack, yes. If you are thoughtful and in a meditative way, right? If you want, you hear a sharp sound. Po! When you want to cry. Cross. If you are really attuned in the spirit, when you want to cross from the spiritual world to the other world, immediately you break that thin, invisible line. There is a sound. Yes, that releases. And two, when you are in the sleep and you find yourself in the spiritual world, you hear the sound. Maybe sometimes you hear songs of the angels. Yeah, there are so many songs you cannot interpret with word, or you capture it, you flow with that.
Yes.
But when you wake up,
Repeatedly,
you cut off from there. So these are the opikes.
And I wanted to, well, as you were talking,
Yeah.
I remember snoring. I said, snoring
Yeah,
has sound when somebody is sleeping.
yeah.
Does it have any correlation?
No. It's a negative.
Natural-
Yeah, it's a negative. Snoring is a blockage of the flow of the air. Yes, snoring is
happen when you have catarrh, seriously. Like, you cannot
is a block.
most, not
People that are obese snore. People that are having cholesterol snore because your arteries are blocked. I don't want to go to physics. I mean to biology,
Okay.
but it's
I
not
wanted
a
to
sound.
find out because as he said,
But the
we are
definition of
sleeping.
sound, music is an organized sound.
It's a nice sound.
So it is not. It's not. It's not a music.
Okay, now let me come in. Let me not come in. There is something.
So snoring is equensu. Equenasun.
You said something now. Susie, there is something you said, and you have kept on saying it, that it's a signal you always get when somebody wants to pass to the spiritual world. Like death. He said you hear a sound, pop, and you know that.
Not dead.
Not
So
dead,
I've
so
never died.
No, not you dying. No. I'm not saying you dying.
When you want to
move from
when
physical.
when they want to give you a signal that somebody is moving from the physical want to move from the physical to the spiritual,
Okay.
you always get that sound, and you know that there is danger somewhere. Who wants to leave you?
Okay.
You have said it so many times. Is that the sound you hear?
The one I hear is not the one of the death. We are talking of life, right?
Yes.
That one is a signal.
Yes, signal is different.
With sound.
Yeah.
That sound will show you that something
Somewhere is
is getting something is wrong somewhere.
let's not go there.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We don't discuss evil
Yes.
unless we want to explain. Okay.
Okay. No, we like say we have come to the end of today.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you know, when you said that snoring is echoing, so that people whose husband or wife is snoring shouldn't go
No. It's a default.
Yes.
If husband could snore, wife could snore. Understand? But you can work on it. Sometimes these things are listed. Yeah, snoring is not hereditary. Check people that are snoring. Either they are obese, or they have cholesterol,
Okay.
or they didn't sleep well, lie well, lying,
Well,
lying well, pattern of lying down, or they're having catarrh. These are the things. But basically, if you are sleeping like lying well, you lie this way, then the air that comes into you is heavier than the openings that you have. So you can begin to snore. So I don't want to go to that one. If you need sleep therapy, maybe that would be a topic of another day. All right.
Oh, thank you
So-
so much. I think this has really solved a whole lot of equation in our hearts and so many puzzles out there. You know, as regards sounds and music, there is spirit in connection to it. A lot of persons today are musically aligned, but the problem is that you don't really understand this thing, music. You don't really understand what it takes. And he has said a whole lot of things, which I cannot be able to recap all, but one thing I want us to know is this. He made us to understand that music, song, reminds you there are three basic things it calls your attention to. That is who you are, who God is, and what you have come into this world to do. And any song you are singing that doesn't remind you of who you are, who God is, or what you have come to do here on earth, so automatically it makes you understand that that song has lost its real essence. And from everything he made us to understand today, we have come to realize that these songs we are singing, there is, a way he made us to, he explained that. He related song, from the origin. As, talking about Lucifer and when he left the throne and so many other things. But what we really want us to capture today in all what we have heard is that songs has creative powers. And he made us to know that songs should be played in factories, should be played in places whereby you are tuned, into the unknown. This word song comes from the soul world. And anything that comes from the soul world, they say it connects you to divinity. So when you listen to songs, songs give you inspiration, songs give you insight, and so many other things. Then there are also demonic songs that has its origin from the devil. So in essence, for you to align yourself to the will of God, to the power of God, to creativity, to multiplication, and to stay in an atmosphere of righteousness, you have to do or tune yourself into that song that glorifies God. Then as you are singing, you are meant to be intentional about it. Let those words you sing meditatively, sing them. That is when it has effect on your life. And then I want to refer you back to this again. Make sure you watch it over and over because it has so many things it has captured today, which we don't want to go into them in details. But make sure that as you sing, as you worship, as you make sounds, let it remind you of who you are, who God is, and what you have come into this world to do. And by the essence of these songs, let whatever God has put in you become a reality. Then we also have the book of excellence. We have the laws of truth, our wonderful materials. This book, the laws of truth here, you see, it is a very powerful material that God has condensed through an emotion of his servant, and he has given it to us. It has come to serve as shelter to the homeless, as clothing to those that are naked. It has come, to salvage humanity. It has come to give us weapons, truth, to be able to, cover yourself against satanic weapons, against satanic arrows. It has come to give you the truth you need against all the religious evils. So grab this copy and, come out from the clouds of Satan. We also have this book of excellence. And we have our materials, the Life Guard. So these are the materials from the Embassy of the New Jerusalem that has come to transform humanity and to give you understanding of the things you need to know. Just like we said, Truth Market is a market, a platform whereby every question you need to know, every answer to all your questions are here. So make sure you share, you like, and you comment. And also make sure you forward it to your loved ones. I remain Divine Susie. See you in another series. Thank you.